Hi guys, Alexis here. So I wanted to make a quick video of my favorite way to sew a zipper onto a knit garment. This way just seems to work the best for me, and I tend to do all my zippers this way now. So I posted a couple pictures in the excuse me, in the biker jacket album if you want a little close-up view of some of these steps. So, the first step you did was you ironed your iron-on interfacing to the wrong side of your band piece and your two front pieces along where the zipper is going to be. Then you took your band, which is this yellow waffle knit, and you laid it right sides against your right front piece, and you sewed it about 2 to 3 centimeters. So I don't know if hopefully you can see this. So here's mine is sewn right through here, and I usually do about 2.5 centimeters is the length I do for mine. And then we've put our zipper. So once that's sewn, then you take your zipper and lay it on top of your, I don't know, dang band is in the way. Sorry guys. So then you lay your zipper down on top, right side with your fabric. So the pole piece will be on the inside of your zipper that's laying against your fabric. And you can never use too many pins and clips. I prefer actually to use both of them. I clip it first and then I go through and pin everything. It just helps keep everything in place and doesn't stretch as much then. Another thing I do, another tip is to have your pin heads facing towards you, so towards the top of your zipper, because tip number 2, I guess, since that's tip number 1, is to always sew your zipper from the bottom to the top, because when you sew with a zipper onto knit fabric, you're always going to have a little bit of a stretch. We put the interfacing on there and we pin the bejesus out of it, just trying to get it to move as little as possible, but because it's a knit fabric and there is stretch, it's always going to stretch a little bit when you're stitching. So this way, instead of it stretching towards the bottom when you're trying to fold your band over and there's not enough room there, if you stitch from the bottom up and it stretches a little bit, then we'll just trim that top stretched extra area off, and we won't have to worry about any bunching at the end of our zipper. So I just have mine set up right now with my zipper foot, and I have a basic straight stitch set at 3 is my stitch length right now, and then you're just going to start sewing. And you want to start, it's kind of difficult to get at the very end of your zipper because where your zipper stop is, it makes it kind of difficult. So just get it as close to the edge of that as you possibly can, and you're going to put a couple, whoops, see, too close. My son shut my machine off, and so my machine's all messed up. See, even I still have issues with zippers. It's just the day today, I tell you. But okay, so you start stitching as close to the edge as you can get. Don't get that close or you could end up breaking your needle. And you're going to go forward a couple stitches, and then before you get past that end stop, you're going to also go back, do your reverse stitches. Heidi's over here, babe. So then, another tip number 3, is when you're sewing your zipper, always have one hand on this side of your zipper, pushing it towards your needle, because your zipper will tend to walk a little bit when you're stitching it. So if you constantly have a finger here pushing it towards your needle, you're more likely to have a perfectly straight line up the side of your zipper. So I'm just going to sew my zipper on here really fast. Just removing all my pins and clips as I go. Move that out of there now so maybe you can see it a little bit better. And you don't really want to pull it, you just let it feed itself through the machine, because when you pull on it, that's when you start to get some wavers and puckering in your zipper. both my hands are on this side, neither of them is on the other side of my zipper pulling the fabric. Lift you up real quick. Underneath it. Okay. And you just want to make sure your zipper is staying at the edge of your fabric, not trying to walk away from it. And that's kind of where I find clips help and pins help. The pins kind of hold it in place one way, and then the clips hold it in place the other direction. Sorry guys, my fabric is getting all bunched up in there. Can't really see much. And then once you get to the end where your zipper pull is, I just raise up my presser foot, and then you slide. You're trying to slide your zipper underneath your presser foot. If you have a big zipper pull, like I do right here, you can just raise your needle and try not to hold your zipper in place so you don't move it. Slide your pull back, and then reset your foot so your stitch is right where it picked up, and then just keep stitching all the way to the end and make sure you back stitch. And then there you have it. I don't know, I used white thread so maybe you guys could see it. So there you go, you have one side of your zipper sewn on, and it didn't move around, it's not puckering, it didn't stretch a whole lot. And then so now we're ready to move on to the next step.